Purple and Lull, two popular mattresses, some similarities, some differences, but which one should you get? Stay tuned to find out. What's similar between these two mattresses? Well, they have the same thickness overall, pretty similar base layer, pretty similar transition layer, and they're in the same general firmness range, pretty close there as well. Let's talk about what's different between these two mattresses. Number one is price. So with discounts right now, the Lull is about $200 cheaper for a queen. Also materials differences. Lull has gel memory foam over transition layer over base layer. Purple has this proprietary, unique hyperelastic polymer material over transition layer over base layer. I'll go over that more in the construction section of this mattress. There's also feel differences as well. Lull will have more of a standard kind of foam feel with a little bit of that memory foam feel in it. And Purple is unique in this regard. They have a very responsive, firm, yet pressure relieving feel at the same time. Let's talk about the construction of both mattresses and what the differences are. If you want to get really into the details, I'd encourage you to check out the individual reviews. We have both written and video of both mattresses. Starting with the covers, nice and thin covers. They're not going to really affect the feel too much, however. Let's talk about the Lull. So we have a pretty standard base layer, a transition layer that's kind of latex-like, and then gel memory foam. It's 1.5 inches, kind of that really soft, quick sandy feel, but it's only 1.5 inches. So let's say you're pretty heavy and you sleep on your side, you're gonna press through that and feel the very firm layers underneath that. So you're probably gonna feel like it's a pretty firm mattress. It's gonna be nice and supportive when you sleep on your stomach and back, because it's gonna be able to conform to the curves of your body, and then it's gonna hold you up after that. It's a pretty standard foam feel overall. It has a little bit of that quick sandy memory foam feel, but it only has 1.5 inches of that gel memory foam. Moving on to the Purple, this is going to be very different from the Lull. It has this unique hyperelastic polymer material, which really stays flat until it reaches a certain pressure threshold, then it collapses. So it kind of is pressure relieving, yet supportive at the same time. So let's say you're on your side, it's gonna stay flat across most of your body, but then collapse underneath your shoulders and hips. So it should be pretty good with pressure relief, as long as you weigh enough to allow for that gel to collapse. So as far as like breathability is concerned, I'd probably give Purple the advantage. It has so much room for just air to flow through. I'd also give durability the advantage to Purple, in that this gel material is not going to sag whatsoever. But the feel is going to be very different, just because of just having a standard foam feel with the Lull versus having this unique pressure relieving yet supportive feel that's really bouncy and responsive at the same time. So there are some pretty stark construction and feel differences here. Let's talk about differences in firmness and feel. As far as firmness is concerned, I put both actually at a 7 out of 10, with 10 being the firmest. I think if you're a heavier person on the Lull, you're probably gonna think it's a little bit firmer, because you get just really 1.5 inches of that gel memory foam. So you might press through that and feel the firmer layers underneath that. So that's firmness. As far as feel is concerned, it's definitely gonna be quite different. The Purple is bouncy, it's immediately responsive, it's kind of this squishy gel material. Lull is more of a standard foam mattress. It's gonna have no bounce at all. If you drop a lacrosse ball, it's pretty much gonna die. It's gonna be more of a balanced foam feel overall though. You get a little bit of that memory foam feel, but not too much, because you only get 1.5 inches of that gel memory foam. So there's definitely some feel differences here. I'm gonna talk through now how I feel in different sleeping positions on both mattresses. Starting on my back, on the Lull, it's a good match for me. It's a little bit firmer than average, so it allows you to just kind of hold me up there. The top gel memory foam conforms well to the curves of my body, so good match for me there. On the Purple, it's also a very good match for me from a support perspective. The gel collapses underneath my butt, then it really just holds me up other than that. Switching onto my side, on the Lull, I do feel a little bit of firmness. It is a little bit firmer than average. I think if you're a heavy side sleeper as well, you're gonna kind of press through that top layer and kind of bottom out, so I would kind of caution heavy side sleepers on the Lull mattress. On the Purple, I felt like it was a good match. I think heavier side sleepers are gonna allow for that gel to collapse and have really good pressure relief. Switching onto my stomach, I feel the Lull is a pretty good match there as well. And also on the Purple, it's a good match. I can't really say one is better than the other. So in summary, stomach and back, they're actually both a pretty good match for me. I would just say if you sleep on your side and you're kind of a little bit heavier, I would probably lean towards the Purple. So I've talked about construction differences and my subjective opinion on firmness and feel. Now I want to give you a very objective test that shows exactly how well each mattress leaves pressure. Do that with a pressure map test. I get down on a pressure map, I lie down on my back, side, and stomach. And what really matters is the side sleeping results. You'll see anywhere from blue to no pressure all the way to red to high pressure. If we throw up the results here, you'll see that Lull does a little bit better as far as pressure relief is concerned. I would say it really just depends on your weight. So I think if you weigh more, then it would actually be the reverse, and that you would kind of bottom out on the Lull and you would activate that gel to collapse on the purple. So I would kind of take this with a grain of salt and really assess your weight. And if you're a little bit heavier, I think the purple will actually relieve pressure better.
Hey guys, Martin here to offer a different perspective. Joe's 5'9", 160, I'm 6'7", 230. I have a different body type. I want to talk about my experience with these two mattresses. So today, we have the purple original mattress and the Lull mattress. In terms of firmness, I said the purple was a 6.5 out of 10, the Lull here was an 8 out of 10. Now Joe said both these mattresses were closer to a 7. And I think the main reason for that is, on the purple, I actually activate that gel layer more, and so it actually feels softer to me. And with the Lull, like Joe had mentioned, as a heavier person, I press through those kind of soft layers and I feel the firmer layers beneath. So in terms of sleeping position, starting on the purple, good support on my back, my butt kind of sinks in a little bit, not too much, keeps me supported everywhere else though. Moving to my side, very, very nice pressure relief, feel barely any pressure on my shoulders and my hips. Moving to my stomach, also good overall support. On the Lull, on my back, also very good overall support. On my side, again, I press to the mattress, I definitely feel some firmness on my shoulders and my hips. And at the same time on my stomach, I definitely need some more support in this position. So what does that mean? If you're a back sleeper, I think either would work for you. If you're a side or stomach sleeper, I would lean towards the purple.
If you sleep with a partner, there's two additional things you're going to want to consider when looking at a mattress. That's motion transfer and edge support. Motion transfer is basically if your partner's moving around on that side of the bed, is that motion going to be isolated or transfer over to you and possibly wake you up at night? Edge support is basically, can you sit on the edge of the bed? Can you sleep towards the edge of the bed without feeling like you're going to fall off? So as far as these two mattresses are concerned, I would give the motion transfer advantage to Lull. It just has memory foam on top, which does a very good job of isolating motion. And I would actually give the edge support advantage to Lull as well. It's a little bit firmer, I think, potentially, and you just don't really sink in as much and get that falling off the bed feeling as much as you do with the purple. So you might be thinking, Joe, that's all great, but which one should I get? Please just tell me. Well, it's a little bit tougher with these two in that the firmness is very similar, so I think they do a great job on my stomach and back. I couldn't really tell if one was definitely better than the other. So as far as side sleepers, if you're definitely a side sleeper, I think it really just depends on your weight. If you weigh kind of what I do or more, I would definitely lean towards the purple. If you weigh a little bit less, maybe go for the Lull. As far as like durability is concerned, I definitely think that the purple is going to be more durable. I think it's going to be more breathable. So if those are big factors for you, then potentially I would go with the purple. If you just want to save some money, the Lull is $200 cheaper depending on discounts. So the Lull could be the way to go if you want to save some money. So if you switch positions at night, again, it really just depends. I think if you're a little bit heavier, kind of medium heavyweight, I would probably go for the purple. All right, so that's basically it. Hopefully I've given you a good overview of the similarities and differences between these two mattresses. If you're still a little bit confused, you can just leave a comment below and I can give you a personal recommendation. And if you're just getting started with your research, I encourage you to check out mattressclarity.com. If you want to see a full list of our top picks, you can simply Google Mattress Clarity Best Mattress. Once again, let me know if you have any questions.